Hey everybody, it's your girl, the Blue Empress. I guess this will be a happy Super Bowl Sunday. Forgive me, I'm not into football. I don't understand football. So if you guys want to ridicule me later, just to let you know, any of those negative ass comments about me not liking football, I will delete your ass. Just a heads up in that one. But anyway, that is not why I'm making this video. So if you all are following me on my Instagram, I told you guys that the next episode was going to be about, I guess you could say, a event in my life that I would never wish anyone to go through or at all, period. And it is about my back. So I had my firstborn child, Diamond, take a picture of my back. I was adamant on taking a picture of my back and posting it on my Instagram account because of the simple fact that I've been doing the best I possibly can to keep it hidden. I try my hardest not to wear shirts that reveal my back because for the fact of the matter, I have a scar not only going down my back, but I also have a scar on the side of me as well, pretty much right in this area. But I'm not going to take a picture of that. The main scar I wanted to show you was on my back. The reason I wanted to do that because I'm getting fed up to where I need to stop being so insecure when it comes to the scar on my back. Nobody didn't abuse me. Nobody didn't try to kill me in any way, shape, or form. That's not what it's about, even though there was one couple a while back that thought that, which was really dumb, but I set them straight and left it at that. Trust me, you'd be surprised what certain people thought when they saw this long ass scar going down my back. Oh my gosh, my, significant other, whatever, took a knife and, ran it down my back. Yeah, sure. If that was the case, he'd be in jail, for murder, for goodness sake. But, no, that's not what happened. So we can get that out there. So with that being said, let's go ahead and, get started as far as with the story. So, like my Instagram said, imagine your family telling you that you are not walking straight, that you're walking crooked. And you look at yourself and you're like, I don't know what you're talking about. What do you mean I'm walking crooked? I'm fine. I'm walking straight. Apparently, I wasn't walking straight because I always had a member of my family trying to try to straighten me out. So if I guess I need to show you what I'm talking about here. So basically, sorry. Okay. I want to make sure you guys can see me. So basically what my family was pretty much saying that I was walking, and I'm going to see if I can show you guys. I'm on my knees, but trust me, it will make sense. So you guys see right now that my shoulders are aligned with each other. Okay, they're equal. But when I was a kid, they said that I was walking like this. So I was walking like this. I know I'm wobbling, but like I said, I'm on my knees. But I was walking like this. So they were saying that one shoulder was down and the other one was up. So I was like this. So I had relatives literally grab my arm and go like this, yanking my arm down like this. I remember that so clearly, like it was yesterday. But because this shoulder was up, they were grabbing my arm and yanking it down. They were going like this to me, and they were saying, walk straight. So I was walking straight. To me, I was walking straight. So I didn't know what the hell they were going. It was like they were trying to dislocate my arm. They were saying, I'm not dislocating your arm, I'm trying to get your shoulders to be aligned with each other because you're walking crooked. So I was scared to walk in front of relatives. I just wanted to be a kid. Leave me the hell alone. Why are you so concerned about me walking? I wasn't in any beauty pageants. I wasn't, trying out for any, competitions that involved me having to go like this and, show my body off, whatever. I was just being a kid, of all things. What's the crime in that there? So obviously the concernings of my family members promoted my dad to take me to Children's Hospital of Michigan, which is located downtown in Detroit. And they had to, they did the same thing, told me to walk straight. I think the only thing they did not do was yank my arm. So thank God for that. So they said that they would have to get an MRI and some X-rays. The X-ray thing wasn't a big deal to me, but the MRI was. When they told me I had to get an MRI and they described to me how it was going to be, I was terrified. Mind you, I was in elementary school when this happened. I believe I was in like the 4th, 5th grade when this was going down. So imagine being a 4th, 5th grader and going through all this. You have no idea what the hell an MRI is. You're freaking out. So, they described to me what an MRI is, of course. And like I said, I'm paranoid. I'm scared. So the only way for me to calm down, I had to find something that I like, which was listen to music. Don't we all like to listen to music? So the day of the MRI, my dad had to bring in some music and some headphones for me to listen to because they said that I can listen to music while I'm taking the MRI. And I remember who I was listening to. It was Toni Braxton. Shout out to Toni Braxton, one of my idols. It was her first album, I guess you could say self-titled. And I listened to her during the whole duration that they were during the whole MRI. So I managed to get through that. So thank you, Toni Braxton, for, keeping me calm during a scary moment of my life. So after we got the results of the MRI, it was confirmed that I was diagnosed with scoliosis. Now, if you guys don't know what that is, there is actually 3 different types involving your spine. I had the worst one. There's one that is when your curve is a C curve. So it's not really that noticeable. It is, but not too much. The one I had was the S curve scoliosis. So my spine was like this, shaped like the letter S. Trust me, I was like, what the hell? How in the world can your spine be shaped like the letter S? Like, that's freaky. So the doctor said the only way to fix this is to have surgery. And people, when I tell you I heard that, I freaked out. I was terrified. Surgery? I have to go under the knife. They have to cut me open to fix my back. And mind you, I am in elementary school and I have to go under the knife. You can only imagine the thoughts going through my head at this time with all this going on. All my cousins, all my friends were able to go out and play and whatnot. And I have to literally sit here and think about a life and death situation here because I'm about to have surgery on my back. So the night of the surgery, I couldn't eat anything. The only thing I was able to drink was water. That was it. Yeah, not being able to eat. That's not good. Not good at all. Only able to drink water? Come on. Not even a little bit of sugar. I forgot they had wrapped my head up, wrapped up in bandages and whatnot. They had me on the gurney, and when it was time for me to go, everyone said, good luck. We'll see you when the surgery is over and whatnot. And I'm just like, I can't believe this is happening to me. I can't believe I'm finna go into a freaking operating room. Like, what the heck? So they strolled me into the operating room. And they had these gas masks, these oxygen masks they put on you, whatever, knockout gas, whatever. And they came in flavors, like bubblegum flavors. I remember that. I believe the only 3 that I remember was grape, orange, and just the regular flavor bubblegum. So I'm like, you really are going to sit over here and ask me what kind of knockout gas you want me to have? Does it really make a bit of a difference? So I just said bubblegum, whatever. So they put it on me, and all I was hearing was this noise. And then I guess I drifted off because whatever. even though I drifted off, I could still hear them talking to me. Is that not some freaky shit? And then I still felt like my eyes were open. I couldn't feel anything at all. But I had a nurse on this side of me, and then I saw the doctor at the end of me, doing whatever. And I hear the nurse, because I remember I told them that I was just going to dream about my mom, because, my mom had passed away in 1992. I think this happened in 94, 95. All this had went down. So I thought I was just going to dream about my mom, because, I really wish my mother was alive and I was here, because she would have helped me, a lot more emotionally when it came to this time in my life. And I remember the nurse that was next to me, she was like, you're doing a good job. You could picture yourself in the clouds or something. I'm like, how am I hearing her and I'm supposed to be knocked out? Like, is this an illusion? Am I tripping? Like, what the hell? Like, does this knockout gas make you just go, have hallucinations or whatever? Like, what's going on? So eventually, I guess I woke up, because I kind of, opened my eyes up a little bit. I guess they wanted to make sure that I was okay, which I was. And the next thing I remember is that I woke up with a tube going through my nose and a tube going down my throat. So I couldn't talk. Yeah, couldn't talk. I think the world just went quiet when I said that. What the fuck? So yeah, I couldn't talk, and I couldn't, really much eat anything. I wonder how many pounds I lost. Yeah, I couldn't talk. I had a tube going down my freaking throat, and I had a tube going down my nose into my throat. Like, that shit was just, oh my gosh. I was just like, what the hell? Like, I can't believe this is happening to me right now. You got kids out there having a ball and everything, and I'm up here laid up in a bed with tubes and shit, and I'm just like, what the fuck? All I know is I was in the hospital. I don't know for how long, because, I just had this major freaking damn surgery. So I know I was in there for, quite a few weeks, if anything. So I was able to, come home. I think I missed out on a little bit of school, but I really just wanted to go back to school. I did. The only sad thing is that I wasn't able to play on the playground. I wasn't able to play any sports, because I just had surgery, so I had to be careful. But the fact remains this, I was able to go back to school, whatever. So everything seemed fine. But then all of a sudden, the top part of my back started to bleed. And then my dad noticed that I had a bump at the bottom, like a big knot at the bottom of my back. So he wound up putting gauze and stuff on the part that was, bleeding and gushing. It was disgusting and it smelled awful. Yeah, I remember that. And as far as the bump, I mean, there really was, you can't push it in because that will hurt like a bitch. So once again, wound up going back to Children's Hospital, took some x-rays as always, and concluded once again that I had to have surgery again to fix that bump. I forgot to mention, after the surgery, I was told that I had got a Harrington rod placed on my spine to keep it in place, and apparently that huge bump at the bottom of my back was the result of my rod breaking. So they had to go back in to fix it. And people, I cried. I begged my dad, please do not have me go back through that again. Please don't. I don't want to go back and have surgery again. Please, there's got to be another way, to fix this. I don't want to go back under the knife. And, parents sit over there talking about okay, you don't have to go. We're not going to take you back to the hospital. That's a lie, right? It's a big fat lie. Please. But back then with me, I was that fucking, gullible. I didn't think my dad would lie to me about something like that. So I believed him. But somewhere in the back of my head, I was going to have to get the surgery again, because there was no other way to fix that bump on my back. It wasn't. So yeah, I went in a second time around again. And I hate it. Every minute of it, I hated it. I fucking hated it. Here I am, elementary school. I'm having surgery yet again, second time around. So I go through it again. They fix the rod. And to prevent it from breaking again, I had to wear a brace. Now, the brace that I had to wear was, it went like this, and then underneath my arms, and then covered up to my back, and it was 3 straps. It might have been 2 to 3 straps, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was 3. About 3 straps. One at the top, one in the middle, one at the bottom behind me. And when I wore it, I felt like I looked like a football player. Like, all you had to do was put the pads on my shoulders, and I could have walked out there in a football player. But I couldn't breathe in it. I was sweating profusely in this brace. So you know what they did? They punctured holes in my brace. It looked like a freaking big ass thing of Swiss cheese, mozzarella cheese, whatever the fuck got holes in it. You know what I'm talking about. And I had to wear this brace for 6 months, all day. The only time I was able to take it off was when I had to go to bed. Sorry, that's my daughter waking up, going to the bathroom. I'm supposed to be asleep. So that was embarrassing enough, having to wear this brace for 6 months. And the sad part is I had to wear this all day up until it was time for me to go to bed, because that was the only time I was able to take it off, is when I was going to bed. For 6 months, people. 6 fucking months I had to wear that brace. And let me tell you what that felt like to me, wearing a brace for fucking 6 months. Horrible. Just horrible. Embarrassing. I was angry for the simple fact I couldn't do anything. I pretty much sat on my ass the whole time. I was not able to go play sports. I couldn't skate. I couldn't ride a bike. I couldn't do anything of a physicality. I'm shocked I'm not obese right now. I'm shocked I didn't stuff myself with food and fall into motherfucking depression with all that sitting down and shit that I had to do. And then when I went back to school, I had to sit in a special chair. I couldn't sit in the regular chairs with my classmates. I had to sit in a special chair. I mean, it was like somewhat of a little comfy recliner looking type chair, minus the recliner part. But yeah, I had to do that. I couldn't even carry my backpack. My girl Shanya Best, shout out to her, she had to carry her backpack along with my backpack. She would wake up, get dressed, come over to my auntie's house, because I don't live with my auntie Josie, God rest her soul. I was living with her. She literally walked over to my aunt's house, because we all lived in the same complex, Hickory Hollow. Shout out. And she would carry my book bag along with hers. I didn't like that. That wasn't fair that she had to carry her backpack and my backpack. But the simple fact that I just had surgery yet again, and now I'm wearing a big ass brace, I had no choice in the matter but to let someone else carry my backpacks, because, you know, I had homework. And y'all remember them big ass textbooks we used to, you know, carry in our backpacks that was so doggone heavy, like a whole freaking thing of iron? Those suckers was heavy as hell. So of course I wasn't able to carry my backpack on my back. So Shanya had to do it, you know, back and forth to school and from school. So, you know, I love her. She was there for me during that, you know, really just hard part of my life, and I love her for it. I'll make sure I, you know, give her, put her information in this, in my description box, because she really helped me during that time. And I just want to let you know, girl, I really did not like you carrying my backpack, because I really just, it wasn't fair to me for you to have done that. But I'm forever grateful that you helped me out during that time. I love you. I love you every day for that. So here I am, not able to do anything. So when the 6 months was up, I was able to take it off. I didn't have to put it back on anymore. So I just kept it in a closet as a, I guess, memoir type thing. I don't know where it is now. If anything, I probably threw it in the dumpster because I never wanted to see it again, I guess. I don't know. Just bear with me here. I have no clue. So I went on ahead about my life, still in my head that I'm restricted from doing any type of physical, anything of physical, doesn't matter what it is. So I told myself that I was not going to allow anyone to dictate to me what I can and what I cannot do when it comes to my body. Yes, I had surgery on my back twice. Yes, I had to wear a brace for fucking 6 months. Yes, I could not play sports. I couldn't play outside with my friends. I couldn't skate. I couldn't ride a bike. I was pretty much limited to what I can and could not do. But I'm getting older, and I'm pretty sure as the years were going by, I was gathering up more strength around my back for me to go ahead and still move on with my life. And plus I had a rod on my back. So if anything, I'm set. Ain't nothing gonna happen to me. Whatever. I'm gonna keep on keeping on. And that's what I did. I keep on keeping on. That's all you can do. I just went through a traumatic experience in my life twice. Elementary school. Twice. Surgery. Back. Life and death situation. Never want to go through that again. So time went on, and I gave birth to 4 children. And trust me, people, my back was killing me when I was carrying my kids. What pregnant woman back not gonna hurt when she's carrying a bundle of joy in her stomach? But when I was pregnant with my son in April of 2006, me and my man had got into a accident. He was in the Navy at the time. He just got back from, I think, a 2-month deployment, came back, and we took a ride. We were going to go to Tacoma, Washington, Tacoma Mall, because we was living in Oak Harbor at the time. So we were going to go to Tacoma Mall, whatever, guess do some shopping or whatever. And it was raining really bad. And it rained to the point where you couldn't see nothing but the front of people's cars' lights or the back of people's car lights. So it stopped, and then the sun came out. So we was thinking like, okay, cool, that's over and done with. But then all of a sudden it started to rain again. It rained so hard you could not see anything but, like I said, the front and the back of people's car lights. So by the time we had to hit the brake in front, the car in front of us, we only nicked them. Just a little scrape, no damage. So I was like, okay, cool. But then all of a sudden, a giant ass Dodge Durango came out of nowhere, hit us from the back. We was in a Ford Focus at this time, and I was 8 months pregnant. So it came out of, the Dodge Durango just was like, bam, hit us into traffic. Boom, another car. Boom, another car. 3 cars hit us. 3 cars. Now, mind you, my oldest daughter was in the back seat in the middle of the car. So the whole time we're getting hit, I'm holding my stomach because, my son is in there. And then I'm going like this, grabbing her because she's going back. Her car seat is going like this, rocking back and forth. So I'm trying to hold her so she doesn't go flopping back, like this back and forth. So I'm protecting. So I'm sitting here like, oh my gosh, like what the hell just happened? I'm making sure, that my baby girl is okay. I'm checking my stomach and make sure nothing didn't get punctured or there's any blood or anything. Thank God it wasn't. But, everyone was, trying to get me out the car. And I was like, don't worry about it. I'm fine. Get my daughter out the back seat of the car, cause she's crying. So I was like, get my daughter out the car. But they got all of us, out the car, The only thing that we got was like, some scrapes and bumps, and, we felt the pain of it the next day. Basically, we felt the aftermath of it the next day. The day that this happened, the ambulance did come. The Dodge Durango that rammed us into traffic, she winds up going to the hospital because she hurt her neck. Me, my man, and my daughter got taken to a hotel. I mean, they checked me and everything to make sure I was okay, but they never took me to a hospital. They just dropped us off at a freaking hotel right across the street from the mall. So everybody is like, well, wait a minute, she's pregnant. You should have took her to the hospital, da da da. They didn't take me. Stupid. Dumb. Right? Anyway. So, we wound up staying at the hotel. I believe it was overnight, just for overnight. And someone from his command came to pick us up, and we told them what happened. And as soon as we got back onto the base, they took me straight to the hospital. No ifs and buts about it. Took me straight to the hospital. They were not playing. They wanted to make sure that me and the baby was okay, made sure my daughter was okay and whatnot, which I was. Mother's instinct. I know I was okay. But I understand they were concerned and they wanted to make sure, just to cover themselves and whatever. I understood that. But yeah, I was fine. And I gave birth to a healthy baby boy the next month. Because like I said, I was 8 months pregnant. The other thing that I was terrified about is that how that relates to my back, because the fact that Dodge Durango came out of nowhere and pretty much just rammed us into traffic. I thought that my rod might have broken again because of the impact of the cars that hit us. So I wound up getting some x-rays. And from the look of it, to me, it did look like it broke. But when I checked my back, I didn't see any big, huge bumps or anything. I didn't see anything that looked out of the ordinary from the first time I was diagnosed with scoliosis. So I kept the x-rays. And once again, I have no idea where they are. I don't know if they are hidden somewhere or they've been tossed. I don't know. I hope they didn't get tossed. No, they didn't. I left them with a chiropractor, I believe. Yeah. No, or orthopedic surgeon. I left them with an orthopedic surgeon. Sorry. So yeah. So they have it. Never mind. I had to think about that. It was so long ago from the last time I seen an orthopedic surgeon about my back. It's been that long. So, like I said, over the years, my back has given me problems, especially the lower part. My right side of my lower back is the main one that gives me issues on a daily basis, But I have noticed that it only hurts when I stress myself out to the extent. And I know they said that stress is not good for you. You're not supposed to stress yourself out, but with me being a mother and being a wife and whatever, I think about a lot of things. My mind goes at warp speed. It's to the point where I'm like, even when I go out and I know I don't have anything of significant importance that I got to do the next day, but for some reason, my whole mind is like, oh, gotta go. Like, I gotta run in the store. I gotta go and get what I need to get because I gotta be here at this time. And if I don't make it, then I have to reschedule. And then I'm just gonna, rattle my brain. And then, oh my God, like I got a homework assignment. I got this due. I got this paper that's due. And it's like gotta be like 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 pages long or whatever. And I still haven't started my thesis and stuff. My mind is at warp speed. And when that happens, that's when my back pain kicks in. And I'm like, what the hell? What the fuck? I gotta calm down because this is not good. My mind is supposed to be relaxed. Even when I go to bed at night, my mind is still going. And when you go to bed, your mind's supposed to be at ease. You ain't supposed to be thinking about nothing. The only thing you need to be doing is relaxing and going right to sleep. But there have been nights when my back was preventing me from going to sleep. Certain positions and whatnot caused me not to be able to have a decent sleep. So I'm thinking, okay, it's the mattress that I'm sleeping on. So I've tried to find comfortable mattresses to sleep on and whatnot. I've had people recommend me, to mattresses that are good for your back and whatnot. So then my man was like, I think it's because you got a lot of fat deposits on your back and that's causing you pain. And I have to agree. I can admit that I am out of shape, clearly. But I'm still beautiful, so So yeah, people, that's pretty much the story of my back. So I just want to let you guys know this to the people who personally know me. Yes, my back does hurt at times. It does. But the thing what you guys don't understand is why it hurts. What's the significant reason why it hurts? Because I have a lot on my mind. I have a lot to deal with. I take things personally. I allow my emotions to get the best of me, and I tend to just want everything to go right. And if it doesn't, then it's like I fucked up somewhere somehow and I didn't think straight. Or for some reason, people act like they can't survive without me. It's like the whole world is on my shoulders, and if I even move just an inch, it's going to collapse. And no one's going to be able to survive because I'm not here. And I don't want that. But the thing is, if my back hurts, don't sit over here and call me an old woman and crack jokes at me. I have scoliosis, people. You know, I had 2 surgeries, wore a brace for 6 months, limited to doing certain things. And yes, I gave birth to 4 children. Yes, I've been in a car accident. There have been times I fell. But the thing is, it's my back. And there's going to be days where it hurts. And there's going to be days where it's going to be excruciating to where I don't want to move. I don't want to do anything. So with that being said, I hope this video gives you a good perspective of who I am and what I've been through and how I try to take on the world and try to, I guess, keep everything afloat regardless of the pain that I have in my back. But I'm going to leave us off right there. So I would like to thank you all for watching, tuning in. And I guess I will see you guys next Sunday for another edition of my show. And I'm actually thinking again of changing the name of my show. Blues World is starting to get boring to me. I need to come up with something spectacular, but I will have to get back to you on that one. But until then, I am about to chill for the rest of the night and not stress myself out. My back is, it's okay for right now, but hey, this night ain't over yet. You just never know what might come about. But to my royal men and my royalettes, this is your girl, Blue Empress. And I love you guys. Make sure you subscribe to my channel. Hit that notification button. Comment below if you have any questions for me. And I will see you guys next week. Bye.